What's up everybody, my name is Arcane Keyblade and today we are doing another character profile, and today we're going to do the final of the trio of Birth by Sleep. Terra, who is more the darker of the three and more supposed to be kind of drawn to darkness a lot more, and kind of resides with Riku in the fact that he diverges from the normal path and follows dark a lot. And yeah, I think that's enough talking. Let's get into the analysis of Terra.
Terra.
Yep. Hard to believe there are so many worlds out there besides our own.
Terra's background is very similar to Aqua's in the beginning. He is playable in Birth by Sleep and appears in Kingdom Hearts 2, Coded, and Dream Drop Distance, and his story starts out on the Land of Departure, where Terra and Aqua are taking the Mastery exam to become Keyblade Masters. But during the exam, Xehanort rigs it so Terra's inner darkness begins to show, and he fails the exam while Aqua passes. And after, Master Xehanort approaches him and tells him just because there's darkness inside him doesn't mean he shouldn't be able to become a master, and this renews Terra's hope of becoming a master. And Ericus then calls Aqua and Terra and explains that an enemy called the Inversed is threatening the 7 Princes of Light, so Terra then leaves to prove that he is ready to become a master and protect the 7 princesses. But on his trip to other worlds, his darkness inside is riled up, and while trying to find out more about Master Xehanort from Maleficent, Terra seemingly releases the heart of the Princess Aurora, and thus led him to want to return her heart. Also to find out more about Master Xehanort, and then to find him. And he goes to other worlds, finding more clues, and while on visits to the mysterious tower, Terra hears Master Xehanort's voice tell him to go to the Keyblade graveyard, where Master Xehanort explains that he let a dark force out on the world named Vanitas, who was the darkness extracted from Ventus's heart and is the reason for the Inversed. And Master Xehanort tells him that he needs to be stopped, and leads Terra to go to Radiant Garden, where Terra then meets up with Aqua and Ventus, where he finds out that Aqua was sent to spy on Terra, and Terra is now angered by this news, and then urges Ventus, who wants to follow him, to go home. And after Terra finds out this news, he leaves. He is then confronted by a man named Break, who says he has captured Master Xehanort, and Terra then fights Break and saves Master Xehanort. And during the battle, the darkness inside Terra is riled up even more, and this scares Terra, where he says he can't return home because of this. Master Xehanort says that he could be his master, and then they could bring balance to the worlds by destroying darkness, and Terra accepts. Later, Master Xehanort tells Terra that Ventus has learned about his past, about being used for the creation of the Keyblade, and Ventus heads back to the Land of Departure to face Master Ericus. Terra then heads over to the Land of Departure to find Ericus attacking Ventus, and Terra then protects him and defeats Master Ericus. Then Master Xehanort shows up to finish Ericus off, and then destroys the Land of Departure. And then Xehanort insists on Terra go to the Keyblade graveyard again. As Terra arrives, there he meets Aqua and Ventus, and soon sees Master Xehanort and Vanitas, and the battle begins, where Terra fights Vanitas and Xehanort, and Terra wins, but Xehanort commands Vanitas to kill Aqua. But before Terra can do anything to stop Vanitas, Xehanort stops him, and they fight again. Terra wins again, but they soon see a beam of light that signified the formation of the Keyblade. Master Xehanort then unlocks his heart and takes over Terra's body, but Terra's mind finds resonance inside his Keyblade armor, and his mind fights Terranort and wins, but doesn't regain his body, and is left behind once the Keyblade is destroyed and everyone is cast out of the world. But later, Terranort faces Aqua in Radiant Garden, and after the battle, with Terra's heart trying to regain his body, Master Xehanort tries to unlock his heart and get rid of Terra's, or lock it away. But in doing so, is almost consumed by darkness, where Aqua then saves him and throws Terranort out, leaving Aqua trapped in the realm of darkness, but leaving Xehanort with amnesia. That is the gist for his background story. But earlier in the game, Terra also reaches Destiny Island and meets Riku, who he gives the ability to wield a Keyblade. Terra is also voiced by Jason Doring in English and Ryotaro Okyu in Japanese. And that is the entirety of Terra's background.
You may be my master, but I will not let you hurt my friend!
Terra has a personality that is calm, cool, like Riku. and he seems to lose control of darkness like Riku too, and goes down that path of darkness a lot. He will also do anything for his friends, shown when fighting Ericus to protect Ventus from them. He is also easily persuaded through words, and praise shown from Master Xehanort when he praises him and calls him Master Terra, and Terra then chooses to follow Xehanort. He is also oblivious to the fact that he is being used, and he is overly trusting. Even past these negatives, he has a strong will and soon understands his misled ways and fights back against Xehanort. He is also can be seen as the bigger brother to Ventus, who is noticeably the younger brother, when they were playing together when they were younger. Which you can kind of see that in Riku being a little like Sora's older brother. Not as much. I can see this more as Terra being Ventus's older brother, though. Terra is the tallest of the three and has slick back and down brown hair with blue eyes, and he also somewhat looks like young Xehanort. From his outfit, he has red straps that form an X across his chest, with the badge that is in the middle of the straps on Ven and Aqua is on the belt and is gold. He also wears a very tight black shirt with a glove and partial armor on the left arm, and a wristband on his right arm. He also wears feudal Japan-inspired pants with boots that are armor. And like the other two, he has his own set of Keyblade armor with a helmet seeming to be inspired by Batman, maybe, but is largely orangish, gold-black with orange veins, and his lingering will version in Cage 2 has a blue cape on. He also has his Terranort design where he has white hair and yellow eyes. Terra is the slowest but strongest hitting of the three, with most of his attacks being focused into strength. The name of his first Keyblade is called Earthshaker. An upgraded version is called Ends of the Earth. Terra also has two other darkness-based Keyblades named Dark Gnaw and Chaos Ripper. Terra is also able to use different forms of dark power at times, like Dark Firaga, and being related to Earth with his name meaning Earth in Latin, he does have magic like Quake. His command styles include Critical Impact, which uses slow but very heavy hitting attacks. Next is Rock Breaker, which uses mind-based and blade commands. Lastly, he uses Dark Impulse that summons the power of darkness to attack enemies, with attacks that hit enemies with slow, heavy attacks. And like the other two, he is able to use D-Links to summon powers from other worlds, gained through, again, Aqua making wayfinders for all of them. He has the ability to use Shotlocks too, and has three versions. Dark Volley, which is a version where he fires dark energy at enemies. He also has a Sonic Shadow, which is where he locks onto enemies and then charges at them in a dark aura. Lastly, his Ultima Cannon morphs his Keyblade into a giant cannon and fires two huge blasts that explode when it hits the enemies. And lastly, Terra is able to wear Keyblade armor and also uses his Keyblade transformations to change it into a glider so he can move from world to world. And that is it for my analysis of Terra. Yes, a lot of people don't like him as much because I think a lot of people think he is the reason for the problems that actually happen in the game. And technically that can be true in some forms or fashions, and they think he's whiny. But I like him. He's not my favorite, but that is the analysis of him. Nonetheless, he is very important to the story, and again, he has a very dark end, and hopefully he'll be saved like the other two in Kingdom Hearts 3. But that is it for this. My name's Arcane Keyblade. I will see y'all in the next character profile. Tell me what y'all want to see down in the comments, because I am kind of lost if I want to do a trio next or what character I want to do next. But tell me down below, and I will take it into consideration. My name's Arcane Keyblade. Peace out.